is going to be a very, very patience-oriented set. I'm not going to mince words. H is going to fight for the clock. Wheezer is going to be scared to approach, as he always is. And it's going to result in this being a match that's going to boil down to anywhere between the last 2 minutes for its 2 to 3 games. I've said this on multiple occasions, and I'm pretty consistent in my view of this. H is probably one of the most patient players in the Long Island scene. They've collected a good amount of wins, and back in the day used to be a legitimate threat. And I'm being joined on the mic for this one. It's not often I get accomplices in tragedies such as what's going to be on stream, but hey, it'd be like that.
Yeah, I'm here to suffer.
It is definitely time to suffer.
Yeah, this is going to be an 18-minute long set. Just get ready for it now. Not fun. It's going to be a lot of Wario bike
Yes, a lot of bike.
and a lot of Town City. I don't even know what to say about this. They're just going to have to sit through it. There's not much we can really say. It's just going to be like Wario bike.
It's going to be a lot of just... So... I hate when they do that.
He's practicing his Shoryuken bike by not moving, pressing the B button.
So, like, we could try to take this the esports route. And we could, like, really analyze this match to its absolute fullest. Or we could just not do that, have a little bit of fun, because we know this is going to be a match that's going to take a while.
Town.
Yeah, that's going to happen. So...
All right, platform. Top platform on the left. That's the first thing that happens.
Yep. And now, H doesn't need to do anything. Wheezer's going to buy into the hype. And... Now, there's nothing particularly stopping them from doing that.
Until the platforms go away.
Platforms will go away, and that's when H is going to decide to actually go on the offensive.
Which is with bike. Because bike beats everything Ryu tries doing except for an aerial on top. Yeah, and he knew the timer.
You got to remember, H has done this plenty of times before. This is just part of the game plan. Like, knowing the timing for these kind of things is super important.
And here comes the second wave of platform. I'm assuming this one's harder to camp on due to the lower to the ground for using shark boost up there.
I respect the effort, but it's time for the first percentage on board.
Yeah.
And now it's time to play the clock. Oh, there's definitely going to be people cheering for this.
Very loud.
So, all right, let's break it down esports style first. H wants to play the clock because H knows H can play the clock, and 90% of the people in this venue that are in the singles bracket can't play the clock.
Yeah.
They don't have the patience, they don't have the execution, and they don't play the characters for it. H has proven themselves multiple times in the past that they can do this. And were it not for the likes of Reggie and Locus, H would probably be the most legendary of patient players that we've seen. And to Wheezer's credit, Wheezer's trying to buy into it. Ryu is not a bad character to play patiently with.
It's just when you're fighting this, what do you do?
Yeah.
Ryu doesn't have chasing, or you can't chase well at least, compared to other characters.
Because, like, Ryu doesn't really have the speed.
No, this is mine.
I will send for you. See you tomorrow. Hello. I'll talk to you later. So yeah, we had a few guests outside. Such include Sohn, Dirds, more familiar names to the scene, and Hitzel for those of you who follow Splatoon. Tomorrow is our Splatoon monthly. Yes. Tomorrow being November 24th, in reference to when this stream becomes a YouTube pod.
It has been 3 minutes.
We're now hitting the halfway point. No stocks are being taken yet, but now H is sitting in comfortable position to kill with whether it's WAF. Actually, no.
the H juice buff before on Ryu Power 2.
All right.
I don't remember what the circumstance was. I remember seeing it. This was during your talk with Stone when he wanted to get on the mic.
Ah, of course, the fun stuff happens when I turn my head. But even without Waft, this is sitting in pretty comfortable position to kill with up smash, forward smash. Yes, back air at the side. Either of the sides, really.
If we either true short you there instead of the back air, that might have killed. They were high enough on town.
Yeah.
Wario at 70. What's great about this set is we know that H is going to take this game, most likely. And, oh.
But if it's going to happen, it's going to have to happen in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Wheezer definitely not chilling for this.
I believe H will get Waft soon again. I think by the end of this minute, H should have Waft. Maybe earlier, but they don't seem like they're going to go for the kill regardless. But they might have to.
If it does come down to dire straits and H actually needs to play the game, like Wario has plenty of tools to move in on Ryu. We've seen it a few times in this game one that down air breaks focus very well. And with full Waft charge, like Wario's got plenty of the kill power. It's all a matter of just the setup and setting the right bait for the punish.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that covers it as far as any professional take on this match can go.
Not much you can do. Oh. Wheezer's now on the lead though. 1 minute left. It's a very doable game one. Never mind. Chomp exists.
Chomp exists. Chomp is a wonderful. Yo, give it to him again.
He's gonna land. H is gonna land with it. It's gonna happen. Yeah, there it is. Good on stage.
Oh.
H has bike. Oh, H used Waft.
All right, Wheezer with a little bit of a pop off.
And
The lad is feeling himself. What is
he saying?
Who's he fighting? He's not even fighting H at this point. It's fighting the crowd.
No, they're cheering for him.
What's?
This is definitely going to get. We got mid-set coaching.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
Ah!
What?
What is happening?
All right. So
We have 5 different coaches.
my question is, what's Wheezer gonna do when H starts
All right,
trying?
So Waidu just told H in sign language that when Ryu does the big elbow to clap. And Reggie is signaling hand motion to make him.
He's definitely not saying any.
Yeah.
He's.
Now Reggie.
All right, now it's technically not coaching. Now it's just Reggie being a disturbance to the piece.
They're
Which
gonna go
is-
back to town.
Unfortunately, regular affair.
Oh God, they're on Battlefield. This is even worse.
Okay, Battlefield was the pick from H. All right, so H doesn't want any shenanigans. H is very willing to play this out patiently, but I don't know if we're going to see as much taunting and...
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I think H is going to just play this one as a legitimate, lame out. Wario has the tools to win out in neutral, is able to put on damage with no issue.
Yeah.
It really came down to the fact that H forced the time.
I don't know what else to say about this. This is just Wario running away from Ryu.
It's really about,
cat and mouse.
It's very much a cat and mouse game. But it's what's Wheezer going to choose to chase? And can Wheezer just, snap like that? Because...
Wheezer needs to get a really good string going and keep the pressure on. Because every time he gets a hit, he's letting H get away from him. And then this happens.
And there's no reason for this to not happen. These platforms aren't going to go anywhere. These blast zones are huge in relative to Town City.
Yeah, at least. Stomp is such a good tool in this matchup too. Because not only does it beat shield, it also beats focus attack just straight up. Don't worry about needing a multi-hit.
Up air shark is actually a really good idea from Wheezer.
Good pressure. If Ryu can try to get the ace back on that platform, that could be a stop there. But the question is, does Ace feel like approach concurrently?
Oh, with the follow taunt immediately? All right.
And Wasp is online now.
And just like that, it's offline. It was just a server test.
Just testing if it's still does this still work? Yeah.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
That could have been Shoryu.
I think that's one of the things that holds Wheezer back as a player is that, like, in a lot of situations, he's looking to just play Smash 4 when he really could just be playing Ryu.
Shoryu can everything.
Like, there's nothing to lose.
My set versus him at Yoshi, he decided not to play Smash 4 and he played Ryu. And game 3, I got a 68.
That's how it is.
Yeah. So if he just decides, hey, I feel like playing Ryu now, I'm gonna kill you with all the big moves. He could do that. But at the same time, there's Wario, and Wario's not gonna approach you. This is gonna go to time again. Awesome. I mean, we're another 3 minutes in with no stock taken, just like last game.
Like, once we pass that 3-minute threshold, like, either of these players is going to go in for the kill. We max rage Ryu. He even thinks about Shoryu. Then Wario explodes. And with a well-spaced back air or with a well-read smash attack, then Ryu's gone too.
Strong jab takes it.
Okay. All right, pressure's on for H now. Kind of falling apart with the plan here.
Letting Wheezer have a little too much space, I feel. The camping was working, but as Wheezer started putting more pressure, H started approaching more, and the damage just started racking up. H can really kill with anything now. Yep, there's the back.
And it's going to do it, even with pretty solid DI. So down into the last stretch.
Wario's going to have Waft soon again.
Yes, it is worth noting H used Waft very early on. Didn't really do much with it. So now having it full charge. Given the percentages at hand. Ooh!
Oh, that Nair caught. That could have been it. Let's go combo. Wario does indeed have those. We've seen those performed by Gluteny from France. Notably the best Wario.
Did pretty well at Glitch 5 when he came to the States, alongside a few other European talents, if I remember correctly.
Most likely OG Falcon.
He got snatched. Sometimes, all right, I get that it's just a really good move, but like
that move is big.
Like the active box on it is kind of OD.
Like a Mars sword out of someone's mouth. He went to the orthodontist and got braces so that reach out and grab people like that one My Hero character. H has to be careful now though. They both are at kill percent, but that Shoryu is a lot stronger than he would like now.
With Greb, kind of dangerous. They're coming into the last 60 seconds, and this is where the pressure's really on for H. H can bring this into a game 3 with one solid confirm, but H misses that confirm. That's it. It's Shorty time.
I think the only confirm H has to Waft anymore is weak Nair. I don't think a bike might connect them. That's true. But other than that, up air won't connect anymore. Unless H goes for the tower hit of Waft into the up B, that can work. Well, that's super risky.
All right.
And the Wheezer gets snatched by...
Okay, so I like what H went for. And in a perfect world, it landed. But Battlefield happened too.
Battlefield took a page out of Lilac.
It's just like, let me take that recovery real quick.
And we are going to game 3. Nice 18-minute set.
A bit different than we had prophesized, but it is game 3. There's no reason for either of them to stop playing patiently because it's working. Like, I'm actually very impressed with how well Wheezer's handling this.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Better than I would. I'd just be running at him. I feel like most players would. You're presented with a character who's considered not that good and is camping you out the entire time. most people wouldn't have the patience to sit there and accept it.
And like, Wheezer's not the type of player to really exhibit that kind of patience. So
Very known to be very aggressive. If you watch a lot of his other sets, he will run at you.
like he'll just back air you.
Yeah.
Like, he'll just do it, even if you're sitting in shield behind a wall, playing on a different setup. Like, he doesn't care. He's coming for you.
You're getting back it.
So, while very uncharacteristic of him, I hope to see more of this from him because it's a good development to make.
Yeah. It might just be for the set. Hopefully it's not. But
Now,
we're back to town.
Town is the pick.
Earlier kills for Ryu, but also the platforms allow for Wario to camp more. Especially this transformation. Very hard to deal with Wario on this one. The two side platforms that are pretty high alongside the top moving one. Oh, you missed it. H just did the bike turnaround when you get right off the platform, the aerial one.
Oh. All right.
It's weird looking. It's some weird tech that Wario can do. It allows you to have a grounded bike in the air, basically.
That's gross.
It works on Lilat as well.
Of course it does.
Like 40 seconds in, no one's been hit. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Looks like Wheezer's trying to hunt around with back air, as mentioned earlier. Shakanetsu Hadouken trying to put in work as well.
H being a lot more patient in this game. Knowing what happened last time, the other one to risk anything.
Yeah, he's not even going for taunting or anything. He's just playing it out like he needs to, which, much respect.
H needs to be careful though. He's popping into that top blast zone. He might take a percent before Wheezer does. And then, even if it is just one, you can make up that it's still a deficit. You can't camp as long.
Yeah. Like, it seems like H is more well controlled on how he's jumping into the blast zone.
Yeah. Going back to the original turn.
I'm trying to figure out when Wheezer's going to catch on to this pattern because H has gotten into a very rhythmic set of, like, how to set the bike, how to jump with it.
Double jumps off, bikes all the way over to the other side. And then if Wheezer reacts to which way they dress after the air dodge, that could be a punishment. And there's the 1%.
All right, now Wheezer doesn't have to do anything. It's on H.
It's just 1% though. It's really easy to make up anything at that point. So with how Wheezer's playing, a chomp would probably be the option for it. Wheezer's playing very conservative, sit and shield, focus a lot.
And H just trying to find the
H
moment.
could heal with light.
He could heal this off very easily. However, I think he's waiting it out, try and force Wheezer to want to build up onto that percent, and then ends up taking more because of it.
Wheezer looks fine with just letting it happen though. But he is starting to approach. Lost online, won't matter much, but it is a good damage output, if not using it for the kill. And there's the bike hit. And now H is back in control.
You know, I was going to say Weezer's got to look out for the bike as well.
Which did come into play. That's what he got hit by. 3 minutes in, and this is the lowest percent we've had in these games.
Yes.
This is
At this point,
a timeout.
at this point of the match, yes. Oh, but a whiff down air is going to lead to some actual hits. We've finally got a match online.
That's crazy.
But
And there's not going to be much of a percent. I think both players are staying up the 50.
we can hear it from
The
this
crowd
room.
is screaming.
The crowd is roaring over what might be the most self-composed set to ever happen in this building.
Well, player is not approaching. Sitting on these platforms, right? Weezer's case on the ground. Oh, good downer by H. H now has the lead again. Weezer's on the hunt.
Want to know something, Kyoka? I'm mad because we started singles bracket on time today, regardless of the Black Friday traffic that held a lot of people from getting here.
We're still going to be late.
We're still going to end bracket late.
This set entirely just did that. Maybe I should go Wario versus Preston. And just go to Town and City every game and do this.
You can do this with any character.
It's just really good with Wario. If I'm next, maybe I'll just go Wario and camp Chris. And then we can have a 36 minutes worth of Wario.
I definitely don't want this.
Have 0 viewers.
So, fun fact. Actually, I really like this style of play. Hold on!
Oh!
Wheezer, stop!
First string, but we'll have to go online.
Waft's online. There's still a minute and a half left, and
Very, very, very doable trade, but what a nair string from Wheezer.
all right,
We were expecting this to just be sad, but Wheezer went all in.
the boy woke up.
And now H is struggling to find a hit. 40% already on this stock. This is going to become an actual game, and now Wheezer gets to camp. This is Wheezer's playing field now. Oh, there's a
Is
block
what
and a
you would
tag.
think.
Very doable. He's going to sit on the block for about 5 seconds.
Yo, that was the grossest angle I've ever seen
Oh,
Waft
said
send at.
that.
Like, it. I don't even think Wheezer could have DI'd that any better. He just wasn't ready for the tech, and even if he did tech, he would have had to focus into Shorty to get back to his state.
Wario does have good damage output, but not as good as Ryu's. And H is now on Shoryu percent.
Just like that, a real game showed up in the. Oh no!
Oh, this could be big. This could be big.
All right.
No Waft, though. There's not going to be enough time for a Waft. Maybe a half Waft in the last 10 seconds.
He's going to have to use that Waft at the last 5 seconds if he wants to get it to its positive last charge, and assuming it's not going to star KO.
I think. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, but he didn't get the lock.
We've got to be careful. H is building up percent. One good hit off stage now. That could be it. H could fish for downer and hope it dunks. But there's 13 seconds, 12 now. That's going to take some time to get back over. H is going to have to commit to something soon. H should have half off, but this is running out. That's it.
And just like that, they go for the hug. I'm amazed.
That is
Wheezer actually takes it with the timeout
over H. That
because he snapped.
he finally went for something aggressive and it worked. And there's the pop.